That was real bootleg. Sorry, y'all. Don't know what's going on. What's up, guys? It's Dominique, aka That Therapist. For those of you that don't know me, I am the lead clinician and CEO for a group practice known as Yellow Bird Counseling. What is that? What's the Yellow Bird Counseling? What do that even mean? Well, on our day-to-day operations, we provide individual, couples, family, and group therapy, mental health therapy in the state, or counseling, whichever you want to call it. They're different, but mental health therapy or counseling in the states of Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, New Jersey, and soon many more states to come very, very soon here. So that's what we do on our normal day-to-day operations. But on Thursdays, what we do at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Mountain, I'm pretty sure. We discuss live topics that the general population can relate to and tie it back to how we all could use a therapist, including myself, in an effort to what? Break the stigma. Y'all see the stigma breaking? Yeah. Break the stigma that surrounds mental health and wellness. That's what we do. Because that is our mission, to normalize therapy and make therapy and talking about your therapist just as common, comfortable, and normal as talking about your dentist, your primary care, or any other practitioner that you go see. So this month, Mr. Carter, what are you doing? This month, we have been open up the month with disability pride awareness, and we'll be talking about some STEAM partnerships and intimacy this evening. And I'll be asking some questions to kind of make it more minority health specific, since it also is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. So we want to be sure that, of course, our minority populations are definitely becoming more aware of the struggles and resources that are available to them. All right. So without further ado, of course, I'm not doing it by myself, y'all. I've been like, not coming on live by myself a lot because I have a lot of great Yellow Bird ambassadors in the nation. And so I got I got one of my newest ambassadors that y'all have already actually seen a couple of times to come on and help me on this evening. So, if you'll do it. Hey! What's going on?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. So, what's up? What's the skinny?
What's the skinny? I didn't know I was the ambassador. That's the skinny.
That's what I call y'all, my ambassadors.
Okay.
My Yellow Bird ambassadors.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah. So, tell me, tell everybody who you are first. You got to introduce yourself before we just hop all into it.
I am Jakia Johnson, like she said, one of the newest clinicians with Yellow Bird. I'm a licensed independent clinical social worker, and I've been doing this started doing therapy, mental health therapy this year, but I've been around in that capacity for about 17 years.
Cool. Yep. Love it. If you want to hear more about Jakia and her modalities and all of that, you can definitely take a look at her written and video introduction on our page. If you go to yellowbirdcounseling.com, click on the team tab and scroll down to her name, and you'll find everything you need to know.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So, okay. So, kind of coming back to the topic, tell us what brought this up for you, like partnerships, intimacy. Tell us, like, kind of why is that your jam or that
I
particular
think
topic?
it came up when we were kind of brainstorming about what we were going to be talking about that's relative to mental health. And so I've been having clients here recently that have been talking about, whether they're, married or in partnerships or relationships with their significant other, and things that are going on in terms of intimacy or lack thereof, and infidelity. And not just my clients, but I mean, I feel like that's a topic that we could all attest to, in terms of being in relationships and experiencing intimacy on certain levels, or if you're not, and uh, infidelity or cheating, whether we've got cheated on or whether we were the cheater. I think we all can kind of relate to those topics. So I thought it would be a good topic to talk about.
Yes, especially if it's a theme. That's largely too, guys. A lot of where our stuff comes from is what our people need, what our people want. So we figure if our microcosm of people in our practice needs something, probably the greater population needs it too.
Mhm.
So what kind of issues, like what kind of general issues do you see coming up or hear of that people may be dealing with?
So first, we kind of talk about intimacy and what that looks like, because it can be, there's levels to it. Because I think sometimes when we talk about intimacy, we think about like having sex, or snuggling, cuddling, kissing, that type of thing. But it's other areas, and so I've here recently come up with had people to talk about like emotional intimacy and them lacking that. And that could be just them not, paying attention to them, or them not saying, well, you look pretty today, or, whatever that thing is that they're feeling. I learned as I was doing a little studying that there are several. So hold on, let me get my notes.
I was gonna ask. You got your notes on because I was gonna ask. I'm like, oh, I got your notes. What are they? What are they?
So first, we talk about the physical intimacy, and that is just like the touching, like the heavy petting, the kissing, the cuddling, like that type of thing. And then we all know, like, lacking sexual intimacy, whether that's anal, digital, oral, vaginal, what have you. So lacking in
Digital?
that area. Finger.
Oh. I was like, what is digital sex?
Yes, your finger, So,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Was a spiritual lacking spiritual intimacy, and that doesn't necessarily mean like my partner ain't going to church with me, but they may not agree and have those same core values that align, and they lack that in that area. Intellectual intimacy, just having somebody to kind of meet you on your intellectual level, whether it's talking about politics, or things that you value, just kind of sharing common interests, that type of thing. And this last one I have not heard of, experiential intimacy, and that's basically spending time with somebody else, doing other hobbies with somebody else, just participating in things. You're not necessarily having sex, but you're being intimate in that way, if you have a common interest. So those things have been coming up, but here, like I said recently, it's mostly the physical intimacy, sexual or emotional intimacy that they're lacking in.
Is it a lacking, or is it like miscommunicating, like one person seeing it one way and another seeing it another way?
It could be both, because sometimes people respond to things differently in terms of like whatever your love language is, or whatever feels good to you. Like I may be more connected to somebody to like my partner emotionally, and he may be more connected to like the physical intimacy piece. But if he doesn't pour that part into me, I could be lacking in that way. So yeah, I do think it's a conversation that has to be had in terms of what are your likes, what are your interests, what does intimacy mean to you, type thing, because it can
Yeah.
mean different things for different people.
Correct. Y'all feel free also too to ask questions in the comments. If you have a particular question about anything, ask us so we can get to it. And answer any questions you have, because I know it's a hot topic. It is like relationships be coming up. Y'all be talking to us. We be talking to our therapists. Everybody is dealing with it in some way, in some capacity. Whether you aren't in a relationship, you still like it's probably still something you think about. Or if you are in a relationship, intimacy may be a thing that comes up, or infidelity. That's the thing that comes up a lot. So definitely feel free to ask us your questions too, so we can get to it. And please share, everybody in here, if you could just share this on your page and maybe drop it in one person's DM. All you gotta do is click share, click more options. You can copy and paste the link, drop it in a DM, drop it in a text. If you dropping it to your person, just tell them I told you to send it. Just say, she told me to send it to you. I didn't even know she was gonna send it. That's how we'll do. Just blame it on me. I always tell my clients, blame it on me. Just blame it on me.
You'll take it.
I'll take it. They can get mad at me. So, okay. So when you're talking about like lacking intimacy, what are the reasons that you might see that people have lack in that area?
So that brings me to my next one. So yeah, so when people,
I told you, I'd be like,
you So yeah, so if you do lack in certain areas, you find something or someone or whatever that thing is to fill it. And so when doing a little research, I found reasons, and I'm not excusing people for cheating or people for not being monogamous in their relationships. However, if a communication is had that the two of you are going to be monogamous, a conversation needs to be had in terms of what does cheating or infidelity look like, because it could be different for several people. So and these are the reasons that they cited, or they stated that they cheated on their partners. So one is falling out of love. So they no longer were interested in or being involved, in with them intimately, or on an intimate level. So no longer in love with them. And another one was for variety or boredom. Like they just might need it to be a little more spicy, or just got bored in terms of what they have been doing, in the bedroom or out of the bedroom. Feeling neglected. And so when somebody else shows you some attention or some affection, you'll gravitate towards that. To boost self-esteem. So that's pretty much like if you're not feeling your best, and somebody else tells you, how good you looking, or how you, how pretty you are, that type of thing, it's a boost of that self-esteem. And they cheat in that way. Some people cheat or experience infidelity out of anger. They mad, or even like the revenge cheating. They do it from that way. And others, like if they have like other like sexual desires or frequency of sex, and they're not getting it with their partner or the person that they're monogamous with, they may go out and cheat. And the last one was a sex addiction. And so people, regardless to if you are having sex with them or you are being intimate with them in different ways, they still yearn and still have to have that those extra partners in order to experience that.
This is a good question, kind of going along with that. Well, you didn't mention it, but I'm sure it would go in that category. How do you deal with the lack of intimacy after having a baby?
Ooh. Mm. I'm gonna
You
talk.
know.
That's a really good one. Who is that? Tammy. That's a really good one, Tammy. Okay, so after having a baby, obviously our bodies go through, multiple changes, hormonal changes. And then we don't really necessarily feel our best, because we've been pretty much exposed in every which way possible. And
Mhm.
so I think that with all of these things, a conversation has to be had in terms of your authenticity about how you feel, whether it's comfortable for you to say or not, how you feel about yourself, your body image, about even being intimate or having sex, because that's what we're probably talking about, having sex after the baby. If you need more time and you and that partner need to discuss that and I guess kind of put some ramifications in terms of, well, I'm going to need some time in order to, feel back like myself again, or to get more comfortable, being intimate or having sex, again after a baby, because it takes time for your body to, get back adjusted into not being pregnant because you've been pregnant for 9 or 10 months or so.
Mhm.
So that's a really, really good one. But the overall answer is to talk to your partner about that. And just be open and honest about, your feelings as it relates to, sex post baby, you post baby, and what that looks like. And see if you all can come to a common ground with that.
Yep. And I would even say, because I always tell my clients, I always talk to them about doing therapy proactively as best they can. So, of course, you may not know, and that's why we try to educate y'all. I tell my clients, I got one I just told today, you're about to get married. Um, go on ahead and, get you some therapy set up so it can be proactive.
Okay.
Having a baby, because that's gonna, Mr. Carter, stop. Having a baby, that's gonna, change the dynamic of things. So definitely, if you, like your kid said, talk to your partner, but you may need to do that in the confines of a couple's therapy session. Because those conversations can get hard sometimes.
Yes.
When you're talking about your vulnerabilities, and maybe the other person may not know how you're feeling or understand it, and so if you need extra assistance coming to that common ground or carrying out whatever those expectations are coming, definitely you want to schedule yourself a couples therapy session so that you guys can hash it out with somebody who is an even playing field and can help you understand each other's perspectives, and give y'all things to practically work on so the intimacy doesn't continue to have to stifle. Mr. Carter,
That's
because of
very
the
good.
baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that was a good question though. Thanks for asking that. We don't accept Medicaid, but we do have a new batch of interns coming in that will see their clients for free. So and check back with us in August or September if you didn't want to pay the private pay rate. But that was that. Thank you for asking. All right, go ahead, Jakia.
Where you see the questions? I can see Tammy's. That's the only one I see.
You don't see it. I don't know what it looks like. Do you see it on the side over here on the right hand side?
Mm-mm. But go
Over
ahead.
there. You do?
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Huh.
I see it. I see it. Up under comments. It's
Okay,
not
okay,
up under
okay,
chat.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's under comments. Under comments. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all share this
Okay.
live. Go ahead and share it while we're talking about this. Because again, we want to bring awareness to your relationships. And I know a lot of folks are struggling. And so we want to intervene or give you some tools or some guidance and or some information at least, because we can't give you therapy over the internet, but we can give you resources, guidance, and information. So, all right, cool. So, how might you address the array of those issues, um, maybe in a session with a couple or a person having that issue?
Okay, so with a person having that issue, it's a delicate dance because in terms of like lack of intimacy and or infidelity, both of them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of talking to them about, what that looks like for them and um, how they feel about it. Also, expectations that they have, as far as, what where they see the relationship going, what their partner expects. Are they on, the same page or if they're not? And then what that looks like. Because oftentimes when we're arguing about one thing, it spills over into other things. It may not be have anything relative to the intimacy, but the overarching theme is, I'm not getting fulfilled in this way. You're not paying attention to me the way that you used to pay attention to me. You're not touching me the way that you used to touch me, and that type of thing. So it spills over into other arguments or communications in that way. So I just try to see where they are as far as like their vulnerability to be open and honest about, having that difficult conversation and where they would like to see it. I often ask the question, if things were perfect, if you woke up in the morning and things were great and grand and the way that you foresee your relationship to be, or how you feel like you need to be, what would that look like?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so when they answer they think about it for a minute, and when they answer those questions, it's like, okay, how do we get to this point, or how do we get to where you like for it to be? What does that look like? And so we kind of work on it from kind of start from ground level.
Love it. Love it. So, um, what about if you're the person? Let's just. What if you're the like? Because you mentioned things like cheating, and losing interest. What do you see are some reasons that people may even losing interest or falling out of love? Like maybe what leads up to that?
I think both of them kind of align. When you talk about lacking in certain areas, I think that they feel the void with that specific thing. So if I'm lacking an emotional connection, I feel the void with somebody that may be, at work with me, that's paying me some attention. Or if I'm lacking, like the aesthetic piece, I don't feel good about myself. I don't feel confident. And somebody, at the store told me, well, you look good, or, flirted with you, or whatever that thing is, then you feel it with that. So I think the two worlds kind of collide if you lacking in an area, or if you don't have a certain thing, whether it's the physical connection, emotional, spiritual, or what have you, you'll find a way to get it in another area.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I found some data as well.
Yes, I was about to ask about some data.
I found some data.
We here.
So 90% of Americans consider infidelity to be immoral. However, between 15 to 20% of women report that they have cheated once or one or more times within their relationship. In men, the number kind of goes up 25 to 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and other data, about 54% report that they uh, broke up not long after they found out about that person's infidelity. 30% said that they tried to stay, but they ended up, dissolving the relationship. And 15% say that they stayed, even after they found out about the infidelity. So sometimes, and that's just even with my, girlfriends and just people that I'm in contact with, people ask you, well, should I stay? And I don't know if we have the ultimate answer for that, in terms of, because what I may be able to accept as a standard or non-negotiable, you may be more, lenient in that area. And so it's one of those things where we can't tell you what to do, or we can kind of guide you and talk about pros and cons of, staying versus leaving, talking about, the amount of time, because sometimes that matters too. People want to know, like, okay, well, did you kiss her? Or what did you do with this person? How many times it's happened? So that matters. So it's just having a conversation about, your standards, your values, and your non-negotiables.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Being real clear with that. And people are like, people be like, why are y'all having those kind of conversations so up front? I mean, so early on. It's just like, and I feel like at a certain age or age range, you kind of don't want to waste a lot of your time. So there's things you might ask more up front than maybe what you would when you were 16 years old. Maybe when you were 16, you didn't start having serious conversations until 6 months, a year in, if at all.
Yeah.
But maybe late 20s, 30s, you're like, okay, no, I need to know
this and this. And
I need to know what I'm getting before we even start. Because why even start going to the movies and going out all that fun stuff if ultimately it's going to lead to we're not compatible?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can be friends with somebody that and hang out, and that doesn't mean y'all should be in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Y'all might just like doing the same activities. Mm-hmm. So asking up front, you don't have to say with me. And I think that's what people confuse. It's like, why are we talking about marriage on the first date? Not with that person.
In general, what are your thoughts about it? Yeah.
Right. What do you expect general, intimacy wise, love language wise, like those things? You can ask that. If they can't handle you asking a general question, there's your first red flag.
What do you consider cheating? Those basic questions. Are we in a monogamous relationship? Is it just you and I? Are you dating other people outside of me? That type of thing. Because sometimes we're like, okay, well, I'm in a monogamous relationship, but I date other people. You get what I'm saying? And some people think that way. And so you have to ask those specific questions. It's because you don't want to, like you said, you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to get your feelings and everything involved. And then, you thinking that you with somebody because they said that, they're your girlfriend or what have you. And then, they're still and you're not dating anybody else or talking to anybody else because you're just so in love. Yep. But they're dating and they're still having a good time. I heard a lady just on TikTok the other night, and she was talking about, she was in a relationship with a gentleman, but she was also dating and she'll continue to date until she was married. That was her way of thinking. And so, and that's how she rolled. And so, and it was a thing like people were kind of going at her like, well, you're not monogamous. And she's like, well, yeah, I'm only with him in terms of like him being my boyfriend, but I still go out on dates with other people. And people couldn't just wrap their mind around things like that. But it's just like, talk about it and see what they say.
You're gonna know a lot up front, and you may avoid a sexual encounter that you could feel is a waste of time. Now it might, or if it's like, if you know all this information, you still want to see what it's like. Okay, at least you had the chance to choose.
Make an informed decision.
So yes, get that information. Yep. And y'all know y'all be pulling up way more than that behind the scenes. I know folks that be pulling records.
Check this person out for me.
Pulling up all that. Now that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, you want to know if they have a criminal record or whatever, but y'all pulling up credit scores.
Yeah.
You need to know a credit score right on your first date. Do you? You need to
I
know.
don't, but that's not one of my non-negotiables. Some people may want to know. I feel like
They may.
at our age, and we just really need to ask those specific questions, ask those tough questions, because what you got to lose at this point?
Right.
If you just now started to date somebody and see where the thing is going, you need to know up front, really.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're just dating just to date, and that's your thing, and that's fine. If you
Yep.
know, but in
Yep.
terms of being in a monogamous, committed relationship, you want to know what things look like and what things are going to look like for you in the future with that person.
Yep. Yep. And even if it's like, and we'll talk more about it. We're going to talk more about it in the upcoming live about monogamy versus non-monogamy and what that looks like. So we're gonna be touching on that, because people, I'm gonna say for the most part, think that monogamy is the only kind of relationship that a person can have, should have, standard, where it's just not. That can be your standard, but it doesn't have to be the standard. And just because somebody doesn't choose that standard doesn't mean that the standard that they do choose is a lesser standard. It's just a different standard.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna go more in depth in that monogamy versus non-monogamy thing, because y'all, that's the thing. We're gonna get into it. So let's talk more.
Marcia, she said, if that was the case, no one would ever date me based off my credit score. It's the same.
See, that might not matter to some people. Like, if y'all aren't, because some couples, they don't intertwine
finances and things like that.
Yeah, they have different finances, separate. They may, it may not, that might be okay. But if you're somebody that, believes in joint accounts and joint, expenses and all of that, you probably do want to know. You, unless you're trying to do everything separate financially. So, yeah. So, what was I going to, okay. To make it more, have you happened to come across any statistics for like minority populations and maybe what a relationship may look like for, or intimacy, any trends with minorities specifically or Black folks?
I did not do specific to Black people.
That's okay.
What I just
I just thought I would ask, because just for minority mental health. So I just was like, I'll throw that in there, see what you happen to come up with.
I did come up with something that I think I heard about it a long time ago, but I just kind of put it in the back of my mind, and it's micro cheating. And it's pretty much those aggressions that, like, you're not physically with somebody else or, sexually, but you're doing things or you're inferring that you want to be with somebody else. And it's basically the lies and the deceit and distrust that messes up, the level of intimacy with that, because, if you feel like it's giving off the illusion that you could be with somebody else. And it's called micro cheating.
Yep. Yep. That sounds kind of like what they be talking about, emotional cheating.
But yeah. I think it kind of aligns with that, because when you make an emotional connection, you're not physically, touching anybody, or you're not having intercourse with somebody, but you are intimate with them in that way. So yeah,
you're not digitaling somebody.
You're gonna be using digital.
Yeah, I am. I was like, digital? You might not be digitally sexing nobody.
I can't believe you. Yes, digital is a thing. Digital been a thing for years. Digital is a thing
I didn't
before.
even know. So y'all be safe out there with them digits.
That's right. That's right.
So okay, but yeah, I just wondered if maybe there was some different trends. I would just say what I would think. This y'all is purely anecdotal. That struggles may come up. I don't know about more often, but often with minority populations because one as a whole, because taking a look at ourselves, being vulnerable, being in survival mode on different levels could that stuff will interfere with the relationship. And I'm just thinking about the struggles that we have to encounter just as a community that I know spills over into relationship. So you might find yourself not being able to be as open as you would like to be or communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Communication is a thing for many reasons. I would say one, because a lot of times, especially for Black folks, we learned to, kind of keep in our emotions because, it's weak to show it, or, vulnerability, like cry, I'll give you something to cry about, or shut up when I'm talking to you type stuff. Like enduring that kind of silencing, historically, definitely could bleed over into not being able to be very vocal in a relationship.
That is true. That is true.
Especially an intimate partnership. Or maybe because for whatever reason, and I'm not saying like Black people have a higher number of broken homes, because I don't think that's, but if those tensions or strains on the relationship are passed down, then I could see where it would cause more trouble. So that's why it's for anyone, but it's very important for us Black people to be in some sort of therapy when we get in relationships, because there may be things that come up that we may not know, or things that we've seen and patterns that we've seen across our relationships, and it may just be deeper than us. I always try to talk to my Black clients about historically how things could be affecting them presently. So
I just had that conversation, a similar conversation today about minorities and basically how we were just kind of conditioned to just being the strong person, just taking care of things, not necessarily talking to somebody outside of your household about your business. You keep your business on the inside and things like that. And it's crippling for us. It's crippling. And I'm just glad that now, all races really, but I'm glad that we are getting more in tune with our mental health and our mental wellness and what that journey looks like, because it's a really, really insightful journey in terms of seeing where we've come from and how we're growing and what we've adapted to and things like that. But we have to get on that journey in order to start. I mean, we gotta start in order to be on the journey. So that's major. That's major. Punky Brewster, I would rather someone have a physical interaction outside of a relationship than an emotional one. Okay.
Yes. And I hear people say that a lot. I do hear people, because it may take a few less decisions for somebody to physically cheat. than it would for them to emotionally cheat. Or sometimes people can just have sex. Say, some people are just capable of just having sex and it not being any attachment. It was strictly physical. But when you get to the emotional, it's almost like a lot of people see that as a deeper level.
Yes.
That can't be broken quite as easy as maybe like a one night stand when you got drunk or something. Oh, thanks.
Thank
she said,
you.
Yes, thanks.
Thank you.
We try because Black therapists only make up about 4% of the entire profession. It's crazy, y'all. They trying to stop us. They not gonna stop us, but they trying to stop us, but they not.
Really?
They not gonna stop us.
Oh my goodness.
We gonna learn. We gonna read.
Absolutely.
Right. So yeah, like some of those conversations that culturally wouldn't allow us to be in a malleable, I'll say that, malleable space in a relationship to where we can give, receive, understand, see different perspectives. No, because really comes down to the patriarchal mindset that has kind of been instilled in us, that has damaged us as a community and people. It infects all areas of our life. And one of those areas is relationships. I am going to talk more about how the patriarchy has negatively affected mental health. I mean, I don't think it could ever positively. Just the ideals of patriarchy does not embody what mental health is. So I'm going to talk more about that next week, I believe, on how specifically the patriarchy has contributed to the mental health deficit in the Black community. So we got a lot of little teasers in this discussion.
I see.
A lot of little teasers. So y'all need to come on back. Y'all need to share this live so that your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, your friends, your family, your co-worker, they can all come back and get some of this knowledge. So definitely knowing yourself. And because you talked a lot about our needs and stating them up front. A lot of people don't know what their needs are.
Ooh.
They don't know. They haven't ever been given the space or the opportunity to examine that.
So true. I ask clients some questions that's similar to that. I'm like, who are you? What it is that you want? And they can say what they don't want or who they don't want to be. But it's difficult to say who they are and what they want. That's really good.
Yep. And that's what we're here for. We're here for that. We help people find themselves so they can be themselves and then be themselves in these relationships. Yeah. So definitely, I'm gonna put the number up so y'all can take a screenshot and send it to your friends and family and coworker if they're like, I think I need therapy, or I'm having this issue that may warrant therapy because you yourself are in therapy or have also been thinking about it. They can just text the word new to this number. We'll set them up. So take you a screenshot if you're watching us on your phone, so you can share this with anybody that may ask you about therapy. Say something about therapy. You see something about somebody saying they need something about therapy. You could just send them this because we make it super easy to sign up. We sure do. So yes.
Punky Brewster said, I'm so unclear about my needs that I fully refuse to date, possibly ever again. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
That's something that, with therapy, I don't know if you are in therapy, Punky Brewster, but that's something that we could process in terms of, why you don't know what you need, or what do you think that you may need? Because sometimes if we can start somewhere, what do you think that you need? What do you think that you want? What are your desires? What are your values? Like those types of things. And we can kind of go from there. but you dating, that's going to be a determining factor that's going to be up to you. I will say that even stating that I don't know what I need is a step. It's
It
a
definitely
step.
is. Yep. To be aware of that. Be aware of that, because I mean, we say things and like in general, like, what do you need? What do you want? And we ask those things, but people really haven't actually been. Again, could be for a lot of reasons. I would say, for black people more specifically, hadn't had that space to be able to vocalize, and that's an executive function, being able to work through emotions but if you've been shut down and have never gotten to put that into practice, then that makes you grow up as an adult having difficulty in those same areas, and maybe the way you learn to communicate them are more maladaptive than what you might like.
Somebody asked about insurances we accept. I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm gonna list them. We accept Blue Cross Blue Shield. We accept Aetna. We accept Viva. We accept Cigna. We accept United Healthcare. We accept TRICARE and Behavioral Health Services, American Behavioral. We accept EAPs. If you have an EAP through your job, like sessions at your job will pay for. I think that's pretty much what we accept there. That's pretty much. And then we do private pay if you don't have any of those. Or if you don't have insurance or income, which is a very real circumstance for a lot of people, we have interns that are under our direct supervision, a trained licensed professional supervision, that you can see as they are receiving support from one of us. So we have all those options. So virtually anybody, literally anyone in any situation could come see us. We got you. We do. We got you like that. That's how we got you. But you would just, again, text the word new, or take a screenshot. If you want to think on it, take a screenshot so you'll have it for later and say, let me just go ahead and text new. Yeah, it's right there. But that was, thank you. That was a good question. But yes, if we asked you now, what is it that you want and need in a relationship, and you're having trouble with that, go ahead and text the word new so that way we can get you started there. Or how you expect to be treated. People don't know that either. They don't know that. Like, I've had clients where we really had to do some work on that, because again, they're so used to less than treatment that they don't know what else they could expect.
Malika Cole said, "Yup."
Yep. Because let me tell you, somebody that's aesthetically pleasing can get you all messed up and keep you from thinking straight. So you gotta have some boundaries. Like, good looking. let me think.
What else you got? What else you got under there?
let me think. Let me think on you and see what else besides that. You know, looking person, you man, baby, they will hang you up.
Said, come on, preach that part.
Yeah. Well, this has been so good. Jakia, tell us, do you have any other last comments for our audience?
Well, I just think that when we start to have conversations about, and like I said, we have to start having the conversations about, relationships, partnerships, what that looks like. What does it look like if, what does cheating mean to you? What does infidelity mean to you? How have you experienced that? Like, those are questions that really need to be in those basic line of questioning, just to kind of see where that person is. Is it somebody that you want to, continue to pursue a relationship with, and and or ultimately become intimate in any capacity? But I know that it doesn't always go like that. Sometimes we jump the gun because they look so good, or because they say the right thing, or because they smell good, that type of thing, or they fill some type of void that we didn't even realize that we were missing at that time. So it don't always go like that. However, whenever you can get your bearings, stop, have a conversation, and set out those terms in terms of what you want, what you like, what you're looking for, and see if that person's viewpoint aligns with yours. If it does, fine. If it does not, what do you want to do with that?
Yep.
It's going to be a decision up to you in terms of who you allow into you and who you allow to share and be a part of you.
Yep. So if you notice yourself panting like a dog and sweating when you see them, that's when you know you need to take
pull back.
I always tell my clients to have their we do an assignment, our boundaries for dating. I always have them make it mobile so that when they out having a drink or whatever, and somebody got them all hot and bothered, they can take a look at their phone just to ground themselves in their expectations. For they let their animal instincts take over.
Yes.
And they find themselves in an intimate situation they may not have otherwise found themselves in if they would have had a chance to just stop and think and review what they're looking for. And once you start asking real questions, either your animal instincts are going to really calm down and get cold, or they may heat up a little more. You may find it, but still be careful. If somebody has all the right answers right away, you should probably still take some more time.
Malika said, and you don't have to wait until there's an issue for therapy. My boyfriend and I are in a good place, but we are in therapy now.
Yep.
Shout out to you, Malika. And you don't. And that's what people feel like, okay, well, I'm in distress, or I've had all these things to come up, and now I need therapy. Things can be, on an even keel. And you still kind of need to process certain things, the way that you communicate, your love language, the way that your attachment styles, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to be having a issue per se, or in like a stressful situation or in distress. Absolutely.
And it's much easier to get through life struggles that just come at you that you can't control. Literally talked to a client today. They didn't do anything. It's just people and situations they can't control happen to them. Yeah. And so, but when you're in therapy, when those situations arise, when people be peopling and jobs be jobbing and, family be famine and all that, then you have somebody to hash it out with and discuss a plan with, and the recovery time can be a lot less than what it would be if you was trying to struggle through everything on your own.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We like to treat well people over here too. You can totally be well, and we can still contribute to some goodness in your life. So definitely. And those of you that are in here, if you haven't already, please share this live. Please share it on your timeline, or click the share button, click more options, and copy and paste the link in somebody's DM and they text messages so they can also see it. And if you are in our text community, if you go to the text thread, you can always go through and see any of the lives that I've shared with you in the text community. You can always copy the link and share it to somebody so that they can see it. If you think about it, I always copy and paste links to share with my clients and be like, hey, I just did live on that. Here, watch it. So yeah, you can do the same. I just saw a live on that. Here, let me copy and paste the link. You can do that with us too. Thank you so much, Jakia, for coming on and sharing with us and bringing us those tidbits and that information. Things for us to consider.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna let you go so I don't keep you too long.
Okay.
And I know we'll see you back soon.
All right. Thank you. And thank y'all for all your good questions. I appreciate you.
Yay!
All right.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
All right, so there you have it. We got that topic, which I think was a great one, and great topics to come. Follow up topics from that one. Again, how does the patriarchy contribute to the deficit in mental health in the Black and Brown community, minority community, but more specifically Black and Brown. And also, we'll be talking about monogamy versus non-monogamy here coming up, so people can learn about that, know the difference, and structure expectations in the life. Be sure to share that so people can like our page. You can like our page and then you'll know when we go live, or text the word live to this number. Text the word live, and then you'll be notified that way as well, and you won't miss. If you know, like tonight, our Cash App giveaway. Yes, and I already know who I'm stopping with. So, yep. Okay, cool. All right, after every day, that's it. Nobody else. After every day, that's all. But we're going to do our Cash App giveaway. Make sure you share. And your share is public, because if you win and your share is not public, we got to spin again. All right. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to give at least $100, but I might give more. Let me decide. I'm going to make some decisions. It'll be at least $100, but it could be more. Yay! I'm so glad you be referring folks to Yellowbird while you're at work. We appreciate it. We appreciate all y'all contribute and do for us, all your support. Please know that it does not go unappreciated or unnoticed. When people call and say, hey, yeah, my friend referred y'all, I love it. So keep the referrals coming, and I'll keep the therapist hired so that y'all have people to see. We'll have 17 active therapists as of August, or September-ish. 17 will all be working. So we have plenty of folks, plenty. And then we'll have a whole batch of new interns. Yay! I'm glad y'all be talking about us at work. I'm glad y'all do. All right, so $100 Cash App giveaway, or possibly more. Okay, so I'm going to say your name and your number twice. So get your ears ready. We're going to say your name and your number twice. So get your ears ready, okay? All right, so let me see. I don't want to miss nobody. All right, every day is number 1. Every day is number 1. Punky Brewster is number 2. Punky Brewster is number 2. Mr. Carter, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Carter? Hope he's not being bad. He's chewing. Lakira is number 3. Lakira is number 3. Saniqua Burton is number 4. Saniqua Burton is number 4. And make sure I didn't skip nobody. I saw the screen glitch a little bit. I don't want the screen glitching out on us. And then like it did before, and y'all were like, you didn't call my number. And it's because the screen had glitched out. So I'm trying to be sure it don't be doing that. Okay, K Candles, you're number 5. K Candles, you're number 5. Alexis Carl, you're number 6. Alexis Carl, you're number 6. Danielle Robinson, you are number 7. Danielle Robinson, you are number 7. Tanea Keller, you are number 8. Tanea Keller, you're number 8. Tammy Bell, you are number 9. Tammy Bell, you're number 9. Look at Kayla. Okay, Kayla. Kayla Hill is number 10. Kayla Hill is number 10. Even though it say Kayla B. Jordan. Sharon Gray is number 11. Sharon Gray is number 11. Evelyn Jefferson is number 12. Evelyn Jefferson is number 12. Christy Davis is number 13. Christy Davis is number 13. Tanya Betts is number 14. Tanya Betts is number 14. Jasmine Christian is number 15. Jasmine Christian is number 15. L Love is number 16. L Chloe Love is number 16. Danielle Winston is number 17. Danielle Winston is number 17. Rob TR is number 18. Rob TR is number 18. Malika Cole is number 19. Hey, my alarm keep going off. Malika Cole is number 19. Magnolia Marchant is number 20. Magnolia Marchant is number 20. And I think that's it. Cool. All right, cool. Let's see what we got here. We got 20. Let me see. Let me see what we got. I think I got everybody. If you come in after every day, I cut it off at every day. So it had to be anybody before every day, which we got 20. Cool. Let's see what we got, y'all. Let's see. Because you know what? I might want to do more than 100. So if you don't want to miss this again, you're going to want to click text the word live to this number. You don't want to miss this. And you want to go to yellowbirdcounseling.com and join our newsletter, because all the dates that we're going to be giving out Cash App giveaways is on that newsletter. So you want the newsletter for the month. So you want to go to yellowbirdcounseling.com and click on subscribe. All you got to do is put your email address. It's literally that easy. If you're in the community, I sent a text on the 7th. So scroll through the thread and look on the 7th. And I have put the link for the newsletter in there so you can sign up there. And there we talk, we lots of stuff. What events we're going to be doing, groups we're going to be offering, insurances we're going to be taking, discounts we're going to be doing, rewards. It's lots of stuff in there. So you do want to subscribe, and it's real cool to look at. I make it cool to look at. So share this live if you haven't shared it already, and let me pull it up. Let me see, because y'all know I like to be fair, and I don't want to think that I'm playing favorites. So let me open a new tab. Then let me come back over here. Y'all know how I do. And then share screen. Let me share the screen, because y'all know how I do. I do not want y'all to be thinking that I'm just playing favorite. I'm going to be like the parents. I don't have a favorite. I just love y'all different. Okay. Random number wheel generator. Let's see. We got 20 on it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Number wheel picker. Let's see what we got. This is always so fun. Y'all better remember y'all numbers. I hate it for you if you didn't remember, because then you're going to be like, what's my number? I don't know. I've said it twice. You only had to remember yours. I got some people like that come in that help me, and sometimes they keep up. But other than that, if you're one of those people, say me in the comments so they can ask you if you're one of those folks. All right, y'all ready? Because I'm about to spin and we about to do a drum roll. It's number 16. Woo, 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 woo. You want to be sure you share. Who number 16? Who is that? Who would that be? Because I got to check, make sure they share too. Should say a little share person by their name. Who? Oh, dang, y'all. Why ain't y'all? Man, I did not. Hold on, y'all. I didn't. Oh, okay. Dang, I messed that up. I'm so sorry. Okay. There, because I had messed that up. Y'all was still looking at the Google thing. Sorry. Number 16, who won? Who was it? Ooh, Love again. You won again? All that time. See there, loyalty pays off. Loyalty. Let me see. Let me see if you share. I gotta see. Loyalty pays off. Look at it, paying off. All right, let me go in here. Oh, no. Shh, be quiet. Shh. Okay, let's see. It don't got a little share person by your name. It don't got it. I gotta see. Now I gotta go to your Facebook page. Oh no, because I gotta see. It gotta be shared publicly. Let me see. Okay, let me look. I can't find you. Let me see. Let me go back. I want you to win because I was doing more than 100. I want you to win, but I got to be fair with the rules. Because I don't. Is it public? Because if it's public, it'll have a little person with an arrow coming out of their chest by your name. That means you shared. Because it don't look like it's public. Oh no. I gotta see it. Let me see. Can somebody else? Let's see. Go to the page because I can't pull it up. Where is your? Oh wait, hold on. Where is your? I can't see. I cannot see your page. I do not see. Let me see. I should be able to go to it. Let me try it from my personal page. Maybe I can get you from see if you're there. If I can. Uh-oh, I'm spelling your name wrong. Let's spell it right. That might help. Man, I don't even see your page. Oh, wait, here it is. Oh, it's not public. It has to be public. You probably shared it, but it's not shared public. Oh no, it has to be public. Oh no. Because I'm not even able to see it on your page. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That hurts my heart, but I gotta be fair to the people that shared it public on their page. So that means I actually have to spin again. Oh my gosh, that hurts my heart. Oh no. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh no, I hate it. Y'all remember it has to be shared public on your page. You got to click that little globe by the post and make it public. Okay, gotta do it again. Wah, wah. Okay, gotta spin again. All right. Who's number 5? Who that? Who is that? Let's see. And did y'all even see that? Did y'all see? Yep. Who is it? Who is number 5? Because if number 5 is not here, that means I gotta even spin again. Y'all don't want to miss out on nobody. I don't want nobody missing out on money. Who is number 5? Yay! All right, let me see if you share. Let me see if it's public. Let me see if I see the little person by you. We got it is K Candles. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. All right. Yep, K Candles has a little person with. So K Candles is the winner of a $250 cash app. Oh my God, giving out money like Santa Claus, yeah. Giving out money like Santa Claus. Giving out money like Santa Claus, yeah. All right, $250. Let's do it. Let's do it. I was in a giving mood. They didn't even know. I did not put that in the newsletter. I just said it was a Cash App giveaway, but they did not know. So let me share it now because y'all know I do not cap. I share in real time so people don't be like, she don't even really be sending. Yes, I do. Y'all not going to say that about me, huh? Because yes, I do. Yes, I do. So let me get you straight. Pay. Okay, K Candle. K Candle, haven't you won before? All the way. Hold on. Because if I counted from the bottom, started from the bottom, not we yet. All right, let me see. All right. K Candles. You can type it again if you want, but let me stay. Okay, come on, K Candles. Let's see. You got it again for me? You typed it again? Okay, cool. Yep. Thank you. Yay. Okay. Candles. I thought I could have sworn you won before. So it should come up. It's not. And more. Okay. Saying there's no results, that ain't. Really? Oh, I left the S out. You never won? Well, today is your lucky day. You even got a bonus. See, loyalty is gonna always win. It's gonna always win. Congratulations from Yellowbird Counseling. Yay! Because K Candles do be here. And then I'm gonna show y'all that it was a whole $250. Pew, pew, pew. Hold on, let me stop sharing this so y'all can see. Okay, come on. Oh man, it's like, all right. Okay, it went back. Let me do it. Let me show y'all. Let me show you so you can see. Yay! Enjoy that. I want you to enjoy that for yourself. Do some self-care with it, okay? I'm not just talking about paying no bills. Don't pay no bills with that. Pay your bills with something else, not that. Yeah, K Candles got it. See there? See? So y'all want to come back because I might be doing some more of that, especially y'all know in my favorite awareness months. And it's Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. And y'all know I'm all about that. So be sure that you come back because I may be doing some more giveaways. So you want to like the page, follow the page. You want to text live to this number. You also want to join the newsletter and you'll be set. That'll all take you like less than 2 minutes to do. Okay? So yes, I will see y'all next week. Thank y'all so much for your attendance and participation. I love y'all and thank you so much for all of your support. See you soon.